In our last video, we discussed routing in Nuxt 3. If you want to check that video, you can find link in description. In this video, we will see how we can integrate Pinia and Tailwind in Nuxt 3. Many of you must already be knowing Pinia is much better state management library than Vuex, with many more advantages and ease of use. Now Pinia has become the default state management solution for Vue. So let's get started with the integration. So I will go ahead and open my previous project. And also let's check out the Pinia documentation. So I will type Pinia nuxt. So in Pinia documentation, we can see that the integration of nuxt is there. So let's follow the given steps. So I will use npm install Pinia nuxt. And this will install Pinia in our Nuxt project. Okay, so it was very quick. Let's see the next step. So the next step says that we have to add Pinia nuxt to nuxt config.js. So we can just copy this part and we can go to nuxt config.js or nuxt config.ts and paste code here. So that's pretty much it. Now let's see what's the next step. So it says, and that's it. Use your store as usual. So I think we can now start using the store. So to use the store as usual, we first need to create a stores directory in our project. And now let's implement a simple example to see if our integration of Pinia is working in our Nuxt app. So again we will go to the Pinia documentation and click on get started. So here we have a simple counter example and we will implement this, and we just have to copy few codes. So we have already created a stores directory and we will create a file counter.js in our stores directory. And copy this counter code to increment the counter. Now to use this store, we have to import it in our Vue. So let's copy this part and and let's paste it here. And let's now instantiate a counter from the store. And now we will create a button to increase the counter on its click. And now we have to show the value somewhere. So for now just we can show below the button. Now let's run our code and see how it's working. Okay, so it's giving some error. Cannot find module Pinia. Oh, I think I forgot to npm install. So let's npm install. Giving some error again. Oh, I think we first have to remove this and then do the npm install. Let's just paste it. And now again run the code. Hopefully it should work now. Okay, again it's giving some error. So this time we use the force option because it's not installing the normal way. So that's why I have used the force option. Let's see if this time it works. No, again. I think I missed some step. Let me check. So Pinia is installed, module is added. I think I will uninstall Pinia and will install again using the force option. I think there is some bug in the Pinia package, so let's first uninstall it. Then reinstall it using force. Hopefully it should work now. I think we have to install Pinia also separately with Pinia nuxt. So let's try that. Again I will use the force option. So I think we have to install both Pinia as well as Pinia nuxt. Let's see if it works this time. everything looks good so far. Okay, I think there is some other error. Failed to load store counter. So I can see that by mistake I have added the stores in pages directory, but that shouldn't be like this. Stores should be in the root directory. So let's move the stores to root directory. And I think JS will work here, so let's rename it back to JS. Okay, so the rendering is working fine. We can see the increment button, and increment button is also working correctly. So the increment value in store is the counter is increasing. So let's also display this counter state in other pages, because that is what advantage we are getting when we are using a store. We can get the value in any of the views. So I will put this in about page. And I also have to import it. So let's So now if I go to about page, I can see the same value of the counter. If I increase it here and go to about page, again the value is getting updated. So our Pinia store is working fine. The integration is working fine. There were a couple of mistakes. I think some issues are there in the Pinia nuxt package, and there was some issue, some mistake made by me. I created the stores inside pages, but it should have been created outside in the root of the project. So this is how we integrate Pinia. Now let's do Tailwind integration. So first let's go to Tailwind website. We can type Tailwind nuxt, and if we Google, we will get this page. So we will select Nuxt 3 tab and we will follow steps from here. The first step is to create the Nuxt app, which we already have, and cd into it. And the next step is to install the Tailwind CSS and its dependencies. So let's do this step. Okay, so it's done, and now let's initialize Tailwind CSS. So this command basically creates a Tailwind config.js. We can see it here, and now we have to add some code to nuxt config.js. So we'll copy this code from here and add it to nuxt config ts in our case. This is the post CSS configuration, and now we have to add this code, basically the content part, to Tailwind config.js that has been just created. And next we have to create a main.css file. So we will first create a assets directory, and inside there will be a CSS directory, and inside there will be a main.css file. So in shortcut we can do it like this. So we have now main.css file, and we will put this content, these Tailwind dependencies and components in main.css, and now we have to add this main.css in nuxt config.ts. So we can add it here. And I think we are done with the steps, and now we can run our application. So the build will, okay, we have some warnings. But this won't stop the build. Okay, so I think that the integration is successful. If we copy this code snippet and put it in any of the views, we will come to know that the integration was successful or not. So we will put it in the index.view. And we will get to see the difference between this h1 and this h1. So you can see that this h1 has a different formatting. It is underlined because the class underline is here. It has bold fonts and it has big size text, bigger than this h1 tag. So our Tailwind integration is also successful, and both are Pinia and Tailwind are working in our Nuxt app. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you found this informative, and if you do find it informative, please do subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the next video. We will put some more great videos of Nuxt.js. Thank you.